And today we're talking about a really important topic, something that so many people are really needing right now. The way things are on the planet, so many things have accumulated so that there's rampant depression and anxiety with everything we have going on, people being in lockdown for so long and unsure of how the effects of this virus might be on their life, what the effects of vaccines might be on their life, just the effects of being sequestered and separated from loved ones and family. It's really taking its toll on people. So as we're waiting for people to show up, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kimberly Sherry, international energy expert. I've been working in this field for more than 20 years. I just finished finished and published a book recently called Access Your Ultimate Power, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence. Here it is on YouTube in case you can't see it there. And so this book outlines the system that I created after having worked as a healer for more than 20 years and bringing several different modalities. It's been my accumulation of the things that have worked for me over the years. I've created a system called the Infinity System and a new scale that has broken through the Hawkins Scale, which measures human consciousness and awareness. So now we have the ability to access infinite possibilities, and all of these things can be measured, just like Dr. Hawkins did with kinesiology. And there's other methods of measuring things as well to evaluate where we are on the spectrum. You hear all the time, raise your vibration, raise your vibration. But how do you know how high you've raised it? Like if you have a temperature, you could put your hand on the back of your neck and say, I wonder if I have a fever or not. Or you could get very specific and go get a thermometer and know exactly what your temperature is. So this is what I do on a vibrational scale. But today we are talking about, hey Denise, nice to see you here, and Cindy and Bess and Shay, nice to have you here, Shay. And let's see who we have here on YouTube, still showing up. Okay, great. I see a few of you there. Well, awesome. And so whether you're listening to this live or you're listening to this as a recording, either way, the MediClearing that I'm going to be doing shortly is really going to help you get into a much calmer state so that you're not feeling anxious, you're not depressed, and you can start enjoying life like we're meant to enjoy life, right? And there's so many things that are working against that. And so a few of the things that we're going to talk about is, first of all, what is the cause of depression and anxiety? So first of all, and I'll probably repeat this many times because it needs to be really clear, I'm not a doctor. I am an energy expert. So I'm going to be giving my energy expertise in this regard about the energetic causes of depression and anxiety. So a lot of times, you will go to the doctor and they give you a pill for depression, like it's a disease that you can just treat with a pill. So again, since I'm not a doctor and I don't deal with those things, this might be something you can try, and just notice what you notice. And so first of all, as we're just tapping into how we're feeling, root causes of this, and because there are specific reasons that cause you to feel depressed. So even the word depress, pushing down, it's actually what I've found in my experience of 20 years working with energy is that it's a pushing down of the energy of anger. So there's a lot of reasons to be angry right now. Many of you feel helpless. We don't feel heard. We don't feel understood. There's a lot of suppression and censoring of truth right now. And it's rampant on all over social media. And so if you ever think back of the reasons why you may feel angry, you might notice that there's a common thread. And that common thread is that you did not feel heard or understood. And so when this happens over a long period of time, where, and even this, having to wear these, I'm not going to say what they are, but having to wear these on a daily basis is a constant reminder voice, and we are not being heard, and they don't care what we have to say. So this pushing down of our voice adds to the anger, and feeling the effects of what's going on, that can make us also feel very angry. And those of you who have learned and done your research about what's going on, that can make you feel very angry. And so my suggestion is that when you do your research is to listen to the experts in their field. There are, so we are going to continue people, well, there's a lot of ways that will address this uncomfortable feeling of anger in our bodies. So one, thanks for coming back. Is that Joe? I can't, Gaia. Okay, great. Yes, it keeps so it keeps getting disconnected. Hang on, just okay. Well, if you're, those of you who are on YouTube, you can always come over to Facebook. I think there might be a pretty good connection there. Maybe you can let me know how that's happening here on Facebook. Okay, so there's several ways that people will deal with or address these angry feelings that they feel in their bodies. So one is they will leave their bodies, like they'll only be connected in their bodies maybe 15%. So they kind of just come out of their bodies, and they're not fully occupying their energy field. So that's one way that people kind of will disconnect from their own bodies. Another way is people will take drugs or drink alcohol or smoke a bunch of pot, or, and not saying there's anything wrong with any of these things. I mean, people are going to cope with the ways that they just know how to cope. But I'm offering some alternatives to this uncomfortable feeling in your body. So the first thing of these 5 ways is that we need to find and eliminate anger in our energy field. So that's one of the things we're going to do in this MediClearing. A second thing, so this is what contributes to anxiety. So anxiety is more of the energy that relates to fear. And so there's lots of reasons to be afraid. We have no idea how this is going to turn out. We have no idea what the future is going to bring. There's a lot of talk about depopulation, and a lot of talk about what this vaccine is designed to do. And so that can create a lot of fear. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. And we don't know the effects of the things that we've been told are, we have a hard time trusting what's happening. And so if we're afraid of the people that we are supposed to trust, and we don't know what's going on in the future, and maybe, one of the big things about this whole, to me, the virus is fear. So they're preying on our fear of dying. A lot of people are afraid of dying. And so this is another contributor to everything that you're feeling in your body. So if you have high levels of fear, if you have high levels of anger, you're not going to want to be in your body. It's just not going to feel comfortable. So that's the second thing we're going to do, is we're going to find the fear that's in your energy field, and we're literally going to remove the fears. So this is not, this meditation that we're going to do is not just like kind of a feel good kind of a thing. We're literally going to change your energy field so that you start vibrating at a different frequency, because you're going to attract, this is just the law of attraction, is you attract the frequency that you're sending. And so we're sending a frequency 24/7. And if that frequency is filled with fear, if it's filled with anger, whether you're in your body or not, the frequency still gets sent. So we're going to eliminate those two. And then the third thing that another contributing factor to, and this might be a little bit out there for some of you, but trust me, being an energy expert that I am, it's a very real thing. But the energies on the planet, the people on the planet who are controlling and pushing down and oppressing humanity, they use beings or entities that I call fear entities. And these, as well as another one that's called control beings. And these literally come into our energy field and make us afraid with thoughts and beliefs that are not ours. And so oftentimes what we're feeling, the feelings that we're feeling that are fear and fearful and angry, are not even ours. So you're going to notice this when we clear all of this stuff. We're going to be clearing out all the energies that are not yours, and you're going to feel very different when we're done. So that's three. So we're releasing anger, we're releasing fear, we're going to fear entities and control beings. And then let's see what else. There was a few other things. I should have written these down. Yes, okay, how could you forget this? So another reason that people feel a lot of anxiety is they are not grounded. So what is getting grounded? Being grounded is there's a line of energy that goes from the base of your spine, energetic. This is an energy, it's like an energy cord. And I imagine it like a big pipe, like big and round. And this energy cord, this pipe that goes from the bottom of your root chakra, like the bottom of your spine, it connects all the way to the center of the planet. A lot of you, when you're afraid, your energy field will contract. And so what that causes is it causes the root, your root chakra, your root, your grounding cord to get pulled up as well. And the purpose of this grounding cord is to release all of the energies that are just circulating in your energy field, all the fear, all the anxiety, all the stuff that's not yours. This grounding cord is where it's supposed to release. Now, if you don't have a grounding cord, where's it going to go? It's just going to circulate in your energy field, making you feel more anxious, more uncomfortable in your body. So that's the fourth thing. So we have release anger, release fear, release the control beings and fear entities, and getting grounded. Those of you who are not grounded is another reason you're feeling anxious. And then the fifth thing that we're going to do, the fifth way to eliminate all of these energies. So there's things to eliminate, but there's an energy that we want to amplify. And this is the energy of amusement. So when we're amused about things, when we can have a lighter sense of being, when you're amused, you have a little bit of a sense of humor about things. You can laugh at things. Look at comedians who make jokes about death and dying. You know, that's amusement. When amusement is mixed with a lot of anger, that's where you get sarcasm. So we're going to eliminate all of these other energies, and then we're going to amplify our amusement, and we'll check the joy as well. So before we get started, I want to measure the energies of anger. Let's see how much anger there is with all of you out here who are joining us today. We're going to take a collective reading of all of you and see where the anger is, and then you'll get a better idea of why and how this all works. So right now, the anger that you're bringing to this clearing is at 95%. So at 100% is when you're going to feel more angry. Like if you're in your body, you're going to feel a little more angry. And then if it's only at 50%, that's when you're just kind of annoyed, kind of easily frustrated, but you won't feel angry. So there's all these different degrees. Fear. Let's see how much fear you guys have in your energy field. That's at about 50%. So not horrible. Maybe it's worse at times, but right now we're measuring it at 50%. But we want all of Okay, so this is live. So I think it's reconnecting. So I was measuring the energies of anger and fear. So we those are at 95 and 50%. So what I was just about to say was how these oppressive energies, they are cut off from pure source energy. So the way that they sustain themselves energetically is with these lower vibrating energies of fear, anger, worry, um, all of these lower vibrating energies, sadness. They love this. This is what they eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is what they live on. So they love stirring the pot. They love it when we're suffering. And so this is one of the ways that you counteract and counterbalance all of this garbage that we are being subjected to. So we have a great question about whether or not you should be sitting or standing uh, during this clearing. So if you're a beginner, I like that if you're sitting with your feet flat on the ground, because then you can bring the earth energy up through your legs, an important part of this whole MediClearing. But it'll still work. Like, say, if you were paralyzed or you could only lay down, this will still work. But ideally, the more you can pay attention to your body and what's going on, the better. So, hey, Bobby, thanks for showing up. And Donna, that was Donna's question. So, thank you for that. And having abdominal pain and constant nausea. Yeah, that's your solar plexus being all bunched up, and that's the anxiety. And so, Carmen, you're one of the ones who doesn't have a grounding cord. So, I'm glad that you're asking that question. And the tiredness, and so there with everything bunched up right at your solar plexus and no grounding cord, everything just stirs around and around. So, thank you for mentioning that. So let's see some other questions. I don't want to buy a book. Thanks. Well, great, Shay. I'm glad you're mentioning that because I have something very special for you guys. I forget. So a couple things. One is I wanted to let you know that because there's another process you can do that will be a great supplement to what we're doing right now. So we're going to do this energy clearing. But the exercise that I'd like you guys to do, for those of you who know that you have problems with anger, but you're always trying to push it down, we don't want to keep pushing that down because then it's still in your energy field, causing problems. We want to eliminate it. We want to get the anger up and out. So I have this really amazing and very powerful exercise. It's a 3-day exercise, written exercise on how to eliminate this anger over and above what we're doing. So this exercise helps to dig a little bit deeper and get those deeper pockets of anger. And so there is in this exercise, it's there's a little mini course that's called I'm Ready for My Breakthrough. And so Roma, my assistant in London, is going to post a link so that you guys can get this for free today. So it's normally $19, which is still an awesome thing. But today you're going to get it for free if you just click on this link. So this little mini course, I'm Ready for My Breakthrough, has this powerful exercise in there that you can do over 3 days, which is great. I suggest clients start it on a Friday evening and do it through the weekend. And then they'll be ready on Monday to get back to work and get things going. So it's super powerful exercise. So that's what I would suggest in addition to what we're doing here today. In addition to that, I was inspired. Spirit is suggesting that the two books that I'm in. So I'm in a chapter in this book. It's called Fear to Freedom. So my story of having left the Jehovah's Witnesses, and this is outlined more in deeper detail of my journey exiting the Jehovah's Witnesses. So this is a lot of stories of people who have left religious cults, Mormon, Islam, a bunch of them. So this is a conglomeration of a bunch of stories. So I'm chapter 11, and so that's all about re-owning your power. So my story is in that book. And then in this book, my latest book, Access Your Ultimate Power, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence. So I have 10 of these sets that I will send to whoever wants them just for the cost of postage and an envelope. So $5. If you're interested in this, just type in the chat books or I want books. And so I will send these to you with a little note, and it comes with a little bookmark. It comes with a little bookmark that has the scale on the back. So, so that's all yours for $5, just for the cost of postage and handling. So let me know, and first 10 people who put books in here will get that for $5. So that I wanted to mention that before I forgot that. And if you miss out on this, it's always available on Amazon. You can just Google the Amazon title and you'll find the book. So retails for 25. And I think the other one also retails for 25, which I have no control over that price, but I happen to have 10 of these. So you're welcome to these books if you'd like. So let's get started before too much time passes here. And we're going to get ultra grounded, and we're going to start releasing all of these energies that are creating all of this anxiety and depression. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to use your free imagination to put down that grounding cord that goes from the base of your spine all the way to the center of the planet. And we're going to set that on release in effort. So it's just like gravity. And you're going to start releasing all of the anxiety in your energy field. So notice how you're feeling right now before we really get started, because I want you to compare when we're done to this moment now when we're just getting started. And then the next part to getting ultra ground is to imagine roots going down from the bottoms of your feet. And so I'm paying attention here in the background to how your energy is flowing, where it's getting stuck. So as you're bringing this earth, these roots that go deep down into the earth, and they're actually going to go so far that it's going to go all the way to the other side of the planet. And then it's going to wrap around the earth, these roots. And then this earth energy is going to start coming up through the bottoms of your feet. So those of you who are not connected to the earth, if you have leg problems, this will help with your leg problems. Again, I'm not a doctor. We're just working with energy here. And so as the energy comes up through the knees and through that upper part of the thigh, so it's kind of getting stuck right at the knees. So the section of your leg from your knee to your thigh is another part where you access your power. So we want to access as much power as possible. And as we bring that energy up through the legs, when it reaches the top of your legs, it's going to start going down the grounding cord. So up the legs, down the grounding cord. All right, great. And we're just going to let that run in no effort, just like gravity. And then we're going to pull in your worry circle. So this is the final part to getting ultra grounded. There's a circle of energy that radiates around your root chakra. And let's see how far this circle of energy is congested. It's congested all the way out to the 15th layer. So just pretend or imagine that you know where the 15th layer of your aura is. And we're going to start pulling in this circle of energy. And as we're doing this, we're actually going to send it up because the energies that relate to the 15th layer, this is where the 1% hangs out. This is where that oppressive energy that's controlling the planet hangs out in your energy field, far out of your awareness. So we're going to pull in the circle. Great job. And then when we get all the way to the core, we're going to pull this up through your central core, and then we're going to send it off planet. Okay, great. Next, we're going to start bringing the energy of pure source as it comes down into your creative rings. You have anywhere between 3 and 50 stacked above your head. This is how you create. This is where you place your intentions, your goals, your dreams, and desires. So as pure source is coming down through these rings, recalibrating your dreams and your desires in your highest and best interests, it's going to come into your crown. Your crown is where you give yourself your personal permission. So it's stopping right at the crown because many of you do not have access to your full permission. Just like at the root, there's that circle of energy. There's also a circle of energy around your crown. It's called the permission circle. We're going to go out to the 3rd layer so you can connect your power to your personal permission. And we're going to pull in that circle and all of that energy that's access to the Supreme Being, to pure source energy. We're going to pull all of that energy into the core, and then we're just going to drop it down the grounding as that goes down through the central core of your body. Great. And so next, as we're bringing pure source down through the central core, so it's going down through your 6th chakra, it's going to spin all of the chakras on the way down, the energy centers that process different energies. It's coming down through the throat, down into your heart in the center of your chest, your heart chakra. And so it's stopping right at the center of your chest in the heart. We're going to go out to the 3rd layer, both front and back. And we're going to pull in these energies that have you in this constant state of judging yourself, feeling like you're not doing enough, you must be doing it wrong, what's wrong with you, feeling like you have to prove your worth and value. So the truth is, there's really nothing to prove. You're already enough. You're already valuable. You're already lovable. Okay, great. So we're just going to drop all that down the grounding as we continue to bring pure source down through the heart and the solar plexus, where it's stopping again. So right where your power center is. This will cause you to feel tired when this is blocked. No energy. Depressed. This is a big place where depression lives in your energy field. So we're going to go out to the 3rd layer of your solar plexus. So still reconnecting. Okay, great. So as it's coming down into that 2nd chakra in the lower belly, it's stopping here. So we're going to go out to the 3rd layer. This is a big place where you're holding a lot of the anger and rage in your energy field. So we're going to pull this energy into the core of the 2nd chakra. Okay, good. And we're going to send all of that anger down the grounding cord to the center of the planet, where it can get recycled into something more useful. So we can't ever destroy energy, but we can change it. It can be changed into something else. Okay, great. So as pure source is coming down through that 2nd chakra, spilling down your grounding cord. Great. Now we're going to mix these two energies, that earth energy coming up through your legs, creating those two loops, with the pure source coming down the backside, where those two meet at the root. We're going to mix that together and we're going to bring it up the front, up through the second, into the solar plexus, where it's stopping again. So let's go out to the third layer out in front of that solar plexus. We're just going to pull that energy into the core, all of that powerless energy. Fear, there's a lot of fear in here as well. Because what is fear designed to do? It's designed to stop you. And so right at our solar plexus, this is our power center. And so if it's blocked, then we have no power. It's stuck. So we're just going to dump all that fear, fear of the future, fear of the unknown, fear of dying. Okay, good. We're just going to drop all those down the grounding. And then we're going to continue to bring this 50-50 mixture up through the solar plexus, up into your heart, where it's stopping again. So we're going to go out to that third layer. There's a lot of anger in here as well. When it's at the heart, this is where we turn the anger inward. And this is what a lot of depression is. It's anger turned inward, pushed down, where we're making ourselves wrong. So we're just going to drop all those self-judgments and all the coulda, woulda, shouldas about the past. Anything we should have done in the past, or if we hadn't have done this, we wouldn't be where we are. That's all the past, nothing we can do about the past. So just let go of it. Just drop it down your grounding. There you go. Okay, good. So now we're going to go back to bringing this 50-50 mixture up through the solar plexus, up into the heart and the throat, sixth chakra, out your crown, through all those rings, and then it's going to cascade down and fountain through all the layers of your aura. Yeah, just keep breathing and releasing. Great. There's a lot around your root. Okay, good. And we're going to pay special attention to the third layer of your aura, starting at the top. So just pretend that you know where this is. As a spirit, you actually know how to do everything that we're doing here today. I'm just helping you remember. So we're just letting go of everything in this third layer that makes you feel powerless and stuck and depressed, and this energy that's not yours. So a lot of it right around the heart and the solar plexus. So this is just like paint being poured over a balloon. As we just continue to send this energy down through this third layer. And then when it gets below your feet, it merges with your grounding cord, so it has a place to release. Okay, great. Okay, great. So this is a little unusual. Usually there's energy in the 15th and 30th layers to release, but these are all clear. And the last layer that we want to clear, that's being called to clear today, is the 40th layer. So the 40th layer, and we're going to start at the top. The 40th layer is the layer where we are all aspiring to expand our energy out to. Clearly, like our energy is clear all the way from our core, all the way out to this 40th layer. So the 40th layer is where oneness exists. And that's not just a concept, it's actually a literal energy. And in this 40th layer, there are no polarities, there are no divisions. We are all made of the same stardust, and we can all realize that when we're clear all the way out to this 40th layer. So that doesn't mean that we become like cookie cutters, we're all the same, or we're all one. No, it's more like we all bring our unique gifts, our unique facets of this multifaceted diamond where we're all a part of. And so that's the beauty of connecting in this energy of oneness where we are all alike, but we are all very different. We are all snowflakes, right? So this 40th layer is nice and clear now. So the last part to running your energy, which is the whole process we've been doing, is we're going to focus on bringing the energy of the upper four chakras, so the heart, throat, sixth chakra behind your forehead, and our crown, and all of our rings. We're going to bring all of this energy out your right arm. So it's getting stuck right at the shoulder there. So we're going to bring this energy, just slowly pull this energy of receiving, of giving. It's the masculine giving side, that outward expression of energy, the energy of doing. And so in order for us to receive, we have to give first from the heart. That's just the way the energy works. So we're going to bring that energy out that right arm. So it's come out down to about the elbow and it kind of stops. So a lot of you, maybe because you're in lockdown or you're, this accumulation of isolating ourselves, like we haven't really been giving our energy out. There's been no outward expression of energy in it. We're all contained. We're just all compressed. And so we need to start allowing this energy to flow outward. There we go. Out that right arm. And then you're going to put your hands together, your fingertips together like this, like you're holding a ball in your hands if you've got your eyes closed. So we're going to bring the energy through the palms, through all of those fingertips into the left receiving hand. So right there it's blocked. So that's why you're not receiving, whether it's love, clients, support, money, whatever it is that you need to receive. This is why you're not receiving. It has nothing to do with other people not giving to you. It has to do with you giving yourself permission to allow yourself to receive. So let's bring that energy up the left arm. There you go. So it's up to about the elbow now. And the shoulder. Yeah, this is much better enjoyed live, isn't it? So we're here every Tuesday and Friday. Every Friday at 11:11, every Tuesday at noon to answer your questions and help you with your personal specific issues. So this energy is coming out the right arm in the left as it passes through the front and back of the heart and the throat. Let it stir in that throat so you can ask for what you need. Then you will be less likely to be angry, right? When you feel heard and understood. Okay, great. And as that simultaneously passes through that sixth chakra, clearing those limiting and lack mindsets. Great. And then as it simultaneously passes through the crown, so you can give yourself permission to receive. All right, and then through all of your rings. Okay, good. So maybe now you can take a deep breath. Maybe you're feeling a little more relaxed. Let's measure anger and fear now. So anger is down to 15%. So let's find that last 15% of anger. So you still have some right here in your sixth chakra. So these are the beliefs that you need anger, like to get stuff done. Maybe you're just so tired that nothing gets done unless you're mad, unless you're pissed off. And then you really beat yourself up hard and then you get that stuff done. So we're not taking anger away from you right now. We're only helping you release all of the excess. You can access your anger anytime you need it. We're not taking anything away. We're releasing all the excess. So we're going to clear this belief right here in your sixth chakra that goes out to the third layer. So it's the belief that I'm not in my power unless I'm angry. So that's a lie. That's not true. You're actually more powerful when you're not angry. When you really step into your authentic power with a voice that's grounded, coming from your heart, that's way more powerful than someone who's just flying off the handle and angry and people follow because they're afraid. That's not real power. That's abusive power. Okay, good. So we're clearing that anger out of that sixth chakra. And then at the solar plexus, also out to that third layer. So this is what you've been using, and this is common. This is very common, but it's not. It's giving you the illusion you're in your power, but you're not. You're just angry. So we're going to pull that anger out of the solar plexus so that you have access to your real power, the power of your solar plexus when it's really moving and flowing. You can get all kinds of things done when it's moving and flowing because you'll be more motivated. You won't have to beat yourself up. That's not very fun, having to beat yourself up all the time. 5.3. Okay, let's remeasure the anger now. Is at 0. Okay, great. So next we're going to measure the fear. Let's see how much fear is left. Also 15%. So this last little bit is down in your root chakra, out to that third layer. So this fear in your root is making you afraid to step into your power, which is what the 1% wants. They don't want us being powerful. They don't want us stepping into our power. They want us to continue to be powerless and thinking we are, that we have our power by being these free-range slaves. But a lot of our personal power has been taken away. This has not become a place of liberty and freedom that this country, the United States, is supposed to represent. It is no longer that. So we need to re-own our personal permission to access our power and step into our power, not being afraid to step into our power. Great, so we're just going to drop that fear down the grounding. So now fear is at 0, anger is at 0. So feel into your body now. Feel if you feel calmer, if you feel less anxious, maybe your stomach is not bothering you quite so much. Give me some feedback. So, I already know this works, but a lot of other people, if they can know that other people are being helped by this, then they can share this with other people who can further be helped by this. This is why I do what I do. I know that this system works, which is why I wrote a whole book about it that outlines the whole system. And more people need to be able to step into their power and who are not afraid and not angry, operating from this angry energy, which only feeds these darker energies on the planet. So we don't want to be a part of that whole system. So if we can continue to release all of these energies, then we'll be able to stay in this high vibration. So let's measure the last thing, which is amusement. We want to be in a high state of amusement. And then we can find some humor in all of these ironies that we're having to deal with, that we're all going through, right? So let's see, amusement is only at 50%. So you no doubt are holding a lot of serious energy. And so let's see where we can find a little bit more amusement in the root chakra, out to that third layer. So we're going to just pull in the circle of energy so that we can drop all of that serious energy, maybe a little angry, fearful, anything that's the opposite of being amused. Okay, great. We're just going to drop that down the grounding. Excellent. Okay, great. 100%, great. So I'd love to read some of your comments. And, this is how I stay in a high vibration and how I stay in a positive state of mind and have some amusement and humor about everything is I do this and keep track of my energy on a regular basis. A couple other things that are beyond the five. So, the 5 ways in review of eliminating depression and anxiety are: one, finding and eliminating anger; two, finding and eliminating fear. Okay, so we're not done yet. I just realized we didn't do the third one, which is eliminating fear entities and control beings. So let me count that in just a second. And then fourth is to make sure you're grounded, you're ultra grounded, those 3 parts: grounding cord to the center of the planet, earth energy coming up through your legs, and pulling in your worry circle. If you just remember those 3 parts, when you start to feel anxious and just do that much, it can totally alter how you feel immediately. And then the 5th way is to amplify your amusement. So I did forget to check the fear entities and control beings. Let's see if we have enough time, how many there are. So fear entities, there are 3. Okay, so let's find these and release them. The first one is right here, so that'll be easy, in the 6th chakra, out to that 3rd layer. So that puts beliefs and thoughts in your head, thoughts that are not yours, thoughts that you're thinking, that you think are yours because you're thinking it. It's not necessarily yours. So we're going to pull these beliefs and this fear entity out of that 6th chakra. We're going to pull it into the core, and then we're going to lift it up into the crown, where it also goes out to that 3rd layer. So we're just going to pull in this energy. Okay, good. And then we're going to lift that up and out of your crown, sending it off planet. Okay, great. Second one, in the heart, of course, because these fear entities, these oppressive energies, they don't like heart energy. Heart energy is kryptonite to these darker energies on the planet. So we're going to go out to the 3rd layer, and we're going to pull in this fear entity that causes you to continually beating yourself up, making you wrong, thinking you have to do more and work harder and struggle and suffer more. Then we're going to pull this fear entity up into the throat, where it goes out to the 3rd layer, pushing down your voice. They don't want to hear what you have to say. And we're going to pull this up into the 6th chakra, where it also goes out to the 3rd layer, the beliefs that you're powerless, there's nothing you can do about everything that's going on, which is a lie. You can manage your energy. If everybody managed their energy like this, there would be no place for these darker energies. There would be nothing for them to feed on. I'm going to pull this up into the crown, where it also goes out to the 3rd layer, occupying the power of your personal permission. Okay, lift these up and out of the crown. And then the 3rd fear entity is in the root, out to that 3rd layer, causing you to be afraid to step into your power. As we pull this up into the 2nd chakra, it also goes out to that 3rd layer. So it operates with a lot of anger, this fear entity. So if you've been feeling really angry, it's not your anger. Let's pull this up into the solar plexus, out to that third layer. Pull that in. I'm going to pull this up into the heart, where it goes out to that third layer, causing you to judge yourself. Let's pull it up into the throat. It goes out to that third layer. Let's pull it up into the sixth chakra, out to the third layer. Crown, out to the third layer. Okay, let's see. So there's only 2 control beings, so we'll do that very quickly here. First one right here in the sixth chakra. These operate very similarly but different. Control beings, they keep us like fighting for our stories, and they control us in other ways, but at any rate. So here in the sixth chakra, it goes all the way out to the 30th layer, front and back. So we're going to pull in that energy. So the 30th layer is where the reptilians live. So this is an energy that the reptilians use to control humanity. Okay, good. And what you think. So this is the thoughts right there. So you've been entertaining a lot of thoughts that aren't even yours. So as we pull this up into the crown, it goes out to the third layer, occupying our permission to be sovereign beings. Pull that up and out of the crown. Last one. 7, 6, 5. Solar plexus. All the way out to the 30th layer. So the solar plexus is definitely a place where when our power is pushed down, we have no energy. It's going to feel very depressing. We're going to feel depressed. That's what depress is pressing down. So our power is being pressed down. So we're going to pull in this energy from the 30th layer at our solar plexus all the way into the core, this reptilian energy. And even if you don't believe this stuff, just notice how you feel when we're done. If you feel different, that's what matters. That you don't have to believe what I believe around this. Take what works and leave the rest. As we pull this up into the heart, all the way out to the 30th layer, this is the big one. This is the mother lode here. Whew. All the judgments, all the ways that they just make you feel so bad about yourself, just beating yourself up. Let's pull this up into the throat, where it only goes out to the third layer, but that's the power of your voice. Let's pull this up into the sixth chakra, out to the third layer. These are the thoughts and beliefs around being powerless. As we pull this up into the crown, third layer, your power of your personal permission. Okay, great. Pull that up and out of the crown. Okay, great. So I just want to look at some of your comments. I'll read some of your comments about how you're feeling now compared to when we started. So let's see what you have to say about feeling, how you're feeling now. Hey, Bobby, Champa, Janelle. For emotional overeating, I think, so Janelle is asking about what do I recommend for emotional overeating. So everything that we just did right now, oftentimes that eating or overeating is another way that people will try to counterbalance the uncomfortable energies in their energy field, like trying to stop the feeling by putting another feeling over it. So see if this doesn't help that. Okay, great. Thanks, Janelle. We'll get that book off to you. I'll be in contact with you, so we'll, figure out how to do that. Thanks, Donna. Yes, this is just in the USA for the $5. So um, if you're outside of the US, it will be much cheaper, less expensive if you just go through Amazon and get the book that way. I think it costs me at least $25 to send it out of the US. So Donna's saying she feels lighter. Cindy, I always feel so much better and lighter after these. Great. I feel more connected. Thank you, Donna. Janelle, I feel lighter with openings to move, breathe, and create without fear holding me down. And I'm smiling. Great. Yes. The feeling of being pressed down is gone. Thank you. You're so welcome. And thank you, all of you, for showing up. Like if you guys don't show up, then I have no no people to help here. Okay, let's go on YouTube. Great. Another Kimberly. Great having you here. And Z, great. Nice having you here. Gaia. Um, yes, I'm sorry it was keeping freezing. Alondra, which is Crystal. um, yes, I love your help creating a strong foundation for myself. Okay, and Kimberly wants the book. And so, those of you who are on YouTube, I'd like you to private message me or contact me on through my um, email. Sorry, Kim at KimberlySherry.com, because once this is over, I think all the comments disappear. So I apologize on YouTube for not thinking of that sooner. So Kim at KimberlySherry.com. Just request the book and I will get right back to you with how to do that, because I'll just need your address. So Michelle, great. Um, if I send it to South Africa, I think it's going to cost at least $25. So if you're willing to spend that, then we could do that. But otherwise, I would try on Amazon first if it's available in South Africa on Amazon. I don't know how that works for you in South Africa. All right, feeling much better. Great. Let's see, feeling good. Great. You're all so welcome. So thank you all for joining today. For those of you who are interested in the anger exercise, it will be in this book as well. So, or if you're not able to do that and you'd like to get it like immediately, get that anger exercise, the link is available for you to get it for free. So normally it's about $19, but with the link that we're showing you today, you can get it for free. So go ahead and sign up for that, and you could start that anger exercise tonight. It's an amazing exercise. All of my clients do that, whether they're $1 million clients or not. Everybody uses it, so it's really powerful. So enjoy your weekend, whether it's reading my book or doing your anger exercise. I will be back on Tuesday to answer your specific questions to your specific issues. And let's see, one last comment here. I feel lighter as well and connected to source. Glad everyone's better. This is amazing. Yes, it is amazing. And I so feel honored to be the person that Spirit has given this to, that I can deliver it to all of you. So thank you all for showing up. I'll be back Tuesday at noon Pacific time to answer your specific questions. And you didn't know it, but my little friend has been with me today. My sister's little dog. Look, isn't she sweet and precious? This is also another great way of getting, feeling calmer. Pets will do that to you. All right. Sending much love. See you on Tuesday. Namaste.